seed into those cups, and then the cups plug up. So we are planting cover crops into a field that was wheat this year. So we're putting this in to help the soil and to build nitrogen for next year's corn crop. We put corn in here. And we're putting 16 different plants or species in here, which each one is going to help each other out nutrient-wise, because some are going to make nitrogen, some are grasses, and the grasses will help break up the compaction. So I hit this button, and it picks up that line, and away we go. So you got to be watching, making sure that everything's planting. You're making sure that you're going straight. So that's clover. I got two kinds of clovers in here. There's Marcy. Marcy will grow really fast and only grow for this season, and if it freezes, it'll die. Then I've got crimson clover, which will grow quickly and then go through the winter, and it'll get about this tall next year in the middle of May, if you get that far with it.
Before you plant.
It'll have a really pretty red flower.
Oh, that's cool.
And all that does is add a lot of nutrients or nitrogen to the soil. Make sure we didn't lose anything. Hearts. Dan grass will get to be about this tall, 3-4 feet tall. And if you plant it early enough in the summer, you can get 2 cuttings because it'll come back. But there's a lot of sugar in it, and cattle love it. But I did put some peas in it. So you got some peas in there. And the dog's gonna knock everything over. So you got some peas that I put in. And then I put some soybeans in there. And then there's some more soybeans. Come on, get out of the way. I'm stepping on it, that's why. And then this here, this is hairy vetch. And that will, between the soybeans, the hairy vetch, and the peas, that'll put nitrogen. Are you all right, Brandy? Are you nuts? And you can see across it how it's real dark green. I think where it's light green is where the windrows from the wheat were. So you got a little extra residue or trash from the combine putting down the row. And that always locks up nitrogen. Your residue carbon to nitrogen ratio takes a lot more nitrogen because all that carbon. And so that's why I think the sorghum, Sudan grass, is a little less green, because it's locking up some of that nitrogen. Yeah. Now like this is where a windrow was. You can see all the residue. And then when you spray your nitrogen, that kind of ties up the nitrogen, because the nitrogen gets into that residue, the straw. Like this guy here, if you can see how flat he is, he's still got to fill yet. This one here, you can see this one's filling, it's round, but these two are still flat. I was sharing with you before, if it doesn't rain, this plant has just enough nutrients and moisture, it might just fill that one bean, and these other two it'll abort, it won't fill. And same goes with this pod. Here it is, it's potential for 3. And if we don't get another rain, it may not fill any of those 3. Ooh, and you're wrecking everything. Are you goofy, Brandy? I gotta go and load him up with some straw. whatever,
Yeah.
for 50. There's 110 over there, and there's like 100, and not quite 100 over there. So, but if that works for you, great. Corn in it, corn silage, and then the brewer's grain that we get from the brewery. And you can kind of see the fine breweries, and that's what they've been eating. And they're gonna get here in the next month, September, we'll start really putting corn to them to start getting them fat. So we have 2 farms with lots on it, feed lots. And this is the Maple Farm. And then a mile down the road we have the Mill Farm, that's where I live. And so right now we've got 23 head here. Normally I would have 40. But the cattle market is getting very expensive to buy calves. And I don't think these will be ready in February. I'm afraid that the fat market or the live cattle market will be soft. It'll start to go down in price and I won't get my money out of them.